Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5, where today we're going to be looking at some more vehicles from the latest DLC update for GTA Online. And as in the previous video we looked at lowered pickup trucks, I figured we'd go in the complete opposite direction by looking at a lifted pickup truck. With this right here, it's actually a little bit smashed up, and sadly I don't have menus mod to fix it for me, so we're going to have to cope with that for the time being. But this is the Vapid Reata. This is supposedly, going by the fact that this is a Vapid, supposedly based on some sort of Ford. I mean, the front end does have a bit of Ford to it, although when I look elsewhere, I mean, this sort of curvy bit on the back and these rear lights definitely make me think Nissan Navara. Is anyone else getting that vibe? I mean, it might be another sort of Nissan, maybe it's the wrong Nissan, but it definitely looks very Nissan to me for some reason, but it's supposed to be some sort of fear. I'm sure you guys can let me know what it's based on in the comment section below, or what you think it's based on, if there's no actual official statement from Rockstar on what it's supposed to be based on. And this is a lifted pickup truck, which means no lowering in today's video. You might have noticed that I don't have V-Stancer. I didn't use it in the previous video because Script Hook 5 has not been updated for the latest update, which means I've got no menus mod, I've got no V-Stancer, I've got nothing like that, which means that we're going to have to go up to Los Santos Customs to tune this thing. We have to go old school on this and go into the dark and dingy garage instead of having all the fun outside in the sun playing around and modifying cars. So before we actually jump in and modify this thing, there's going to be some comments on the screen. These are comments featured from the previous video. If you would like your comments featured, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter at Figureight. Links for my Twitter are in the description below. And also Instagram _Figureight. Links for that in the description below as well. Right, let's jump in then to Los Santos Customs and see what we can do to this. Right, so first of all, I guess we should repair it. And this is what it looks like in its standard form, all nice, clean, and fixed. By the way, for those of you wondering, I will probably revisit these vehicles once I have access to menus and access to V-Stancers, so I can play around with these a little bit more and have a bit more fun with them. But for now, we're going to be doing the stock tuning as if I was doing this in online mode. Disclaimer, this is actually single player I'm playing this in. If you want to know how to get this working in single player, there's a mod in the description below that can sort this out without having to use trainers or anything. So anyway, let's jump in. Brakes, let's go for some race brakes. On the bumpers, we have front bumper options. We've got quite a number of them. We've got the stock, we've got this big ball bar, we've got the stock crawler bar. That is cool. I mean, that actually sticks out as well. It's quite hard to see because of the menu there, but it actually sticks out forward. I don't know, is a crawler a thing, or is this just some sort of style? I don't know. Then we have the primary color version. Stock is just black, I guess. And then the secondary color version. Then we have the stock ram bar. This one sticks out as well. Is that really a thing? Oh, maybe it's like an off-roading thing. So when you're going down like a steep hill, it hits the bar on the ground instead of the... maybe that's it. Maybe that sort of seems right, but I'm probably just making stuff up right now. Then we have the primary color version. And the secondary color version, it seems to be basically just a few different versions with primary and secondary color versions. We have the ball bar number 2, looking pretty meaty. Primary ball bar, secondary ball bar, and that is that. So, I'm actually really loving these ram bars and crawler bars. I'm actually thinking the ram bar for this. So, I'm going to go, I mean, it looks a bit weird because it sticks out so much. I guess the crawler's a bit more not so crazy looking, so I'm going to go for that in... we'll go for stock for now. Maybe I'll change it to primary colour later on if I change the paints around and feel that I can do with colouring that. But stock looks good, so we'll go with stock. On the rear bumpers, we have the stock. We have a ball bar. Then we have the primary colour and the secondary colour ball bar. I'm just going to go for stock on both of those. The stock ball bar colour. Just because I don't know what's going to happen with the paint colours just yet. Then we have level 4 engine. Let's upgrade that. I'm not doing any speed tests or anything like that in this video. Exhausts, we have the stock. We have the titanium. Oh, they're on the side, just there. Stock, titanium, carbon, and aluminium. I'm not too sure what Rockstar are doing with some of these exhaust textures I'm seeing from the latest update. Some of them are really weird, especially this aluminium one. This is way too bright. There's no reflections, it's just really weird. So I think I might actually just go with the carbon exhaust because they're a lot bigger than the stock and they don't stick out like a sore thumb, even though they're still kind of weird looking. Then onto the grille, we have the stock grille, we have the retro grille, and the classic grille. Now, the retro grille makes it look a lot more like a Range Rover. Especially with those L lights, it's sort of... I don't know why I feel like that's a Range Rover look. Just sort of feels it. It's definitely a mix of cars, this one. But this front end now looks, especially with the retro grille and the classic, looks very... Yeah, it looks quite dated compared to the rest, which is very curvy, which makes it not look right and fitting. But we'll ignore it, because actually it does look cool. So I'm going to go with the classic grille and just make it look a bit more Land Rovery. Then onto the hood, we have, quite a nice selection. Stock hood, the bug deflector, the painted bug deflector and the secondary bug deflector, the USA flag bug deflector, the primary vented hood, that's nice, the secondary hood, and then we've also got another vented hood and vented hood number 2 right there. This is an interesting selection. I'm actually quite liking the primary for this one. Yeah, let's go for that one. I'm not really sure what sort of theme I'm going with here. It doesn't seem there's any set theme, just definitely off-road lifted pickup truck is the theme. Lights, I'm just going to keep all these stock. I love having just normal yellow headlights, although you don't really notice them much with this one. I like that we've got the lights with the L's on there, though. That's quite cool. Actually, just wondering, did the old set of grille, because that one had lights in the middle, how does that look with lights on it? Oh, do they not work? Maybe they don't work. By the time we get out, it's probably be night time, so we can check that out in a little bit. But let's just, for now, switch back to classic grille. So I'll leave the lights as they are. On the liveries, we have a nice selection. We've got none, which also has this black around the side. I'm not sure if that's a secondary colour thing. We'll have to check that in a minute. But we have the centre stripe. Then we have the double centre stripe in blue. Then we just have a normal one in white. Then we have the Made in the USA, another USA-themed livery for this one. Stars and stripes, vapid. No sort of crazy sort of patriotic stuff on this one. Just an American flag. Not as gaudy as the other one, but still pretty out there. Then we have the Shrewsbury Hunter, Shrewsbury Shotgun, just a rather interesting looking sort of like leaf and stick vinyl that's supposed to look like camouflage, even though it's also got the American flag on the roof as well, so not really camouflage. All that's really saying is to anyone in a bomber is, look, I'm an American, bomb me. Then we have the Dawn camo version, which actually looks pretty nice. Not sure why it's not doing anything for the bed, though. Maybe there's a bed cover later on. Then we have the Woodland camo. Looks pretty nice. The Redwood. This is definitely a racing style one. And Patriot Beer. There we go. Actually, Patriot Beer was like the one yesterday, wasn't it? So, yeah, that's another one. Just another American flag one. Yeah, that's pretty out there. And then we also have the Space Cadet, which I think is a TV show in GTA, if I'm not mistaken. So that's an interesting reference to the TV show inside the GTA universe there. Space Cadet, if you really wanted that. I think I'm going to go for a racing one on this one, and then we'll do like an off-road one next. So I'm going to go for that on this one, the nice Redwood one. Then we have, we'll leave the respirator last. We have roof. This is actually going to be the cab. So we have, oh, just like the one yesterday, we've got proper cabs as well. The whole bed cover thing. That is cool. I like that. So, yeah, we have the primary. We have the secondary colour version. We have one with bars without that. Oh, these all look cool. Then we have the chrome bar version. Primary colour. Secondary colour. Then we have another version of the bars. And these are thick. Get a load of them. And then we have the same in chrome. Primary colour. Secondary colour. And a roof rack. That is interesting. This would work really well for the sort of Paris-Dakar one that I think I'd do. Mind you, isn't Paris-Dakar supposed to be the one with the racing? So this would be a Paris-Dakar one, right? Maybe I'll go for that. But I do love the look of this with the cab on the back. That is really cool. I'm just not sure which one to go for. I think I might just go with the roof rack for this one and make this just look really chunky, utilitarian, and like a Paris-Dakar thing. So I'm going to go for the roof rack. Then on the skirts, we have the slat skirts, just a nice big step bit there. Then we have the same in chrome on the edge. Then we have the painted one and the secondary colour one. I'm just going to go for that with the chrome on that one. On the suspension, we can lower it down if we wanted. I mean, this is supposed to be the race one, so let's actually lower this one. And let's go for some race transmission, turbo, and then it's just a case of wheels and windows to finish. And also some paint, of course. So let's go for the wheels. These are actually really nice wheels in a design that we haven't seen yet. So I think going to anything that we've got in the Oh, mind you, it does make the wheels bigger. It makes it look a bit more like a pickup truck, actually, now that we've gone for that. But these are definitely older designs that we're used to, whereas that, it just looks really cool. So for this one, I'm actually going to go for the stock wheels. And I'm not going to tint the windows because it's a race truck, so I want to make everything quite visible to the driver. So let's go ahead and respray. I guess we're going to keep the black. Is that the secondary colour? Let's check. Yes, okay, that's that bit. But on the primary, we still definitely got the red and the blue because that is the Redwood logo, or the Redwood colour scheme at least. So we're just going to have to find something that matches that. And I'm not really sure what colour goes with Redwood. I mean, we've got so used to seeing the orange and the yellows, it sort of looks quite fitting. I'm not sure what colour's supposed to go with this. This is always the bit that gets me. Anyone that has seen any videos where I've tried to get a colour scheme for a racing livery, it's always just... It's so difficult to try and go for something that isn't white or black. And you know what? It looks great in white. So I'm just going to do that. And in the secondary colour, maybe I can get that in a red just to match the rest of the livery. Does that work? Actually, that sort of works. Yeah, or we can go for a blue to match the border. Although there isn't a blue that matches the blue that they use. But it's not too bad, but I think I'm just going to go for the red. Job done. Right, Torino red. That is done. I would have preferred another colour, but there we go. Never mind. Oh, and as for the plate, seems we missed that. Let's just go for, well, let's go for that one. Just a slightly older San Andreas one. Don't know why, just because. And it's nighttime, which means we can't actually test that light in the middle because I've used a different grille. We'll definitely have to check that for the next one. It's looking pretty miserable, dark and wet out here right now. But this is awesome. Actually, pretty quick. Sounds nice. It's not a bad truck. I don't know how much this costs. I don't know if this is going to really sort of go out of budget for a lot of people, or if this is going to be a pretty standard cost of a truck. But it's not a bad truck. Definitely not my favourite, though, I've got to say. But it's nice to just have more vehicles. It's never a bad thing to have more vehicles. Right, I'm going to try and build another one now. And I'm going to try and make this a bit more like an off-roader that's not like a race truck, just like a normal one that someone might own. And also I might just go for one with a cab. So let's spawn another one in and try another build. Okay, and now I've got this new one spawned in. We can check if the lights do light up in the middle. Oh, okay. Right. Okay, that is awesome. So we got the light bar on the top and we got those lights on the grill. That is awesome. Okay, I like how that looks. Whoa. Okay, I did not expect that to be as bright. I was looking around there thinking, yeah, whatever, they're just lights. But then you come around here and whoa, that is insanity. I mean, it doesn't really blind you as much as you'd think when you look that way around, but the amount of light you get for driving in the dark with this thing is second to none. I don't think there's any other vehicles that can light a street up like that. Look at the way it lights the trees. That is fantastic. That is amazingly good lighting that I don't think if there is another truck that has, or any other vehicle that has lighting like that, let me know, because clearly I missed something out there. But that is crazy. Right, let's jump in then and tune this one up. And as we've already gone through everything before, I'm just going to breeze through this one and show you the end result. Okay, and here we are with the second build, and it's actually a little dark. I sort of regretted coming outside now. Probably should have showed it indoors. Let's just turn these lights up. I went for the xenon lights as well, which I think just makes it... I don't know if it makes it brighter, but definitely a little bit bluer. Let's just move over here and see how much of this building we can illuminate. That is crazy. Wow. I mean, all those poor people inside are just being blinded by this incredible light. In fact, there's a guy on YouTube, there's actually quite a few, that have like these super, super bright lights that they build that have these massive power supply units and stuff. And when you see them light up, it looks like that. Absolutely incredible. So I actually went for just a nice sort of like a clean, not a show car look, but definitely some sort of glammed up one. I've gone for this rather weird red and green flip, which sort of looks like a greeny yellow in a way. It's definitely a colour that I've not really tried before. Kind of weird. I've also gone for primary colour on all the bars as well, as you can see. And I went for some dark off-road wheels that just look a little bit bigger than the ones we had before. And I've also got some coloured side steps as well. And some tinted windows. pretty crazy with this. Like, look at that. The bloom is intense. Right, so that's that second build done. Let's now move on then to the third and final build, where I just want to try and make one that's all camouflaged and all that sort of stuff. Let's go. Can I just say, it is such a huge pain. I'm going to probably say this in every video until ScriptHook gets updated, but I just so miss having the ability to control the weather. It would be so nice if we could just have it nice and bright to show these vehicles for the video. Right, let's now try the third build. Okay, so here we are with what I was hoping to be the finished build. I was going to have everything set so that the secondary colours were on the ball bars, the side bars, the rear bars and everything else, and then set the colour to chrome. However, I've realised that also that bit on the side is chrome as well, so we've got this really weird shiny side bit. So that's not going to work, so I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and... Well, actually, let's just try and... Ooh, okay, we can get that to match the bed. Okay, that's the secondary build. Right, I'm actually just going to show this before jumping out because it's a little bit dark out there. But I've gone for this camo all round. I've gone for the... Oh, I went for the chrome bars, but actually I could probably go ahead and change that as well now, seeing I'm not going for chrome. There we go. Primary or secondary, both the same colour. That looks pretty meaty. I like that, especially with those nice thick bars there. I didn't go for any sort of custom wheels because I just love the wheels that are there. But we went for this nice US Army camo style. I mean, it would have been nice to have changed the other colour because it's like a peach colour in there. Would have been nice to change that. The rear bumpers, it's a shame we couldn't get those to look as dark as the front, or to actually remove that bumper bar in the same way that we have on the front. But overall, not too bad of a build, but definitely feel like this rear could have had more done to it. That's the bit of this car that I feel a bit disappointed about. It's just the rear end, but there's nothing I could do about that. That's just with the choices that I've got. So let's exit out into the rain, and there we are. And I guess now I can turn the lights on. We won't have that bar in the... We won't have the lights in the middle on the grille, but we will have the bar at the top, and that's the one that gives us that big light anyway. And there we go. That is our third and final build. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below which one of these was your favourite. You can also send me pictures on Instagram or Twitter. Most likely Twitter is where I'm going to check them out, where you can show me your builds of the Reata that you may have bought in GTA Online. It'd be really nice to see how you built these, or if anyone's actually been interested in buying these, because there's some really cool vehicles that have come out, especially at the start. It'd be very interesting to see who decided to buy the Reata. Maybe you've got the money and you just bought everything, but for those of you that are sort of like, you know, being careful with your money and really picking the right vehicle, what made you choose this? Because unless there's something I'm missing, maybe there's some sort of military vehicles, military weapon on this that perhaps I'm missing because I'm in single player. But as nice as this is, there's nothing really special about it. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm not that into pickup trucks. But maybe if you guys feel differently, you can let me know in the comment section below. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.